Well, thank you very much for everyone being with us today. I'm Arthur Erickson with Beecher and Bennett. We really have a wonderful program for you this afternoon, which I'm sure you'll find very meaningful. As everyone knows, this is the 60th anniversary of the 1953 Korean Armistice Agreement. I've been honored to work with a dedicated committee to be able to bring this program to you today. We have some history, some discussion, some very talented performers. So without any further delay, I'd like to welcome Senator Richard Blumenthal to welcome some remarks.
Thank you all for being here today to mark this profoundly important anniversary of a war that is commonly known as the Forgotten War. But you are showing today that it is not forgotten. It never will be forgotten. It never can be forgotten because of the brave patriots who fought for the freedom not only of the Korean people, but also our freedoms here. We know that freedom is never free. And the patriots who are here today represent and reflect thousands of others, American soldiers, Marines, sailors, and airmen who fought so valiantly. So I want to thank the town of Hamden, particularly Scott Jackson for his leadership, Abner Oaks and the Commission for their continuing everyday leadership on behalf of veterans, Beecher and Bennett, everyone who made today possible. And thank you for showing us what is important about the unity of freedom-loving peoples everywhere. The South Korean people who are represented here today, thank you so much for the artistry and culture that you will display for us and for your commitment to freedom. And let me just say finally, as a member of the Armed Services Committee, as well as the Veterans Affairs Committee, we need to continue our commitment. In fact, redouble, triple, multiply our commitment to our veterans. I'd like to ask all of the veterans who are here today, not only of the Korean War, but of all conflicts, all branches of the service, regardless of when you serve, please raise your hand so that we can thank you for your service. Thank you, every one of you, for your service and sacrifice. As a father of two currently serving young men, one in the Marine Corps Reserve, the other as a Navy officer, I know firsthand how families feel. And I want to thank the families who are here today with your loved ones who serve. Your support has been absolutely critical to them. And the nation's support is so important, not just in word or ceremony, but in action, so that we keep faith with our veterans, provide to them the education and counseling and jobs and, yes, health care that they need, and is part of our promise to them, just as they commit their lives to serve us. So thank you, every one of you, for being here today. Thank you for supporting and recognizing some of our nation's great patriots and assuring that we will continue to stand up against aggression, continue to stand strong for freedom around the world and our own freedoms here, knowing that we are kept free by the men and women who serve and sacrifice for us in uniform every day. God bless you. God bless America. Thank you.
Also with us today, we have Mayor Scott Jackson, Distinguished Mayor of Hamden. Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, and thank you everyone for coming out today for this most important ceremony. Senator Blumenthal, thank you for your presence, and thank you for being not a friend of war, but a friend of peace. Today we celebrate the armistice. We celebrate the end of hostility, and certainly that is something to be celebrated. Sometimes we forget that wars are always fought in someone's yard, in someone's backyard, in their front yard. And it's so important on this day to have with us representatives of those front yards and backyards that served as a place where people came together to defend freedom. My father, at age 17, joined the United States Navy on his mother's signature, and he was sent to Korea. When I hear it called the Forgotten War, as so frequently happens, as Senator Blumenthal mentioned, it's not forgotten to us. It's not forgotten to us. So I just want to thank you for coming out. I want to thank our exceptional Veterans Commission led by Abner Oaks for putting this together. I want to thank Dan Levy, the principal of this facility, who always is here for us here in the Veterans Memorial Auditorium in front of the Hamden Veterans Memorial. Whenever we need a facility for an event like this, Mr. Levy comes through for us, and I thank you. I want to recognize our exceptional town clerk, Vera Morrison, the daughter of a World War II veteran and the greatest friend to veterans in this town. And I want to thank the veterans, and I want to thank their families who have come out to say your service is important to us. Everything you do is valuable. We want to support you. We want to recognize you. We want to congratulate you for your service because it is well earned. My friends, thank you so much for coming out today, and have a tremendous program. Thank you.